Tonight, investigators are delving deeper into the past of 21-year-old Saudi national Mohammed al-Shamrani.
Do you have any idea when this gunman might have been radicalized?
No, and I think that's part of the complexity.
The New York Times reports the gunman filed a formal complaint earlier this year against one of his instructors who left him infuriated in class by tagging him with a derogatory nickname about his mustache. NBC News has not reviewed the complaint. Authorities say the shooter walked into this building Friday with a handgun that he bought legally with a hunting license before dying in a shootout with deputies. Sheriff David Morgan says there should be tougher scrutiny of foreign nationals who come to the U.S. for training.
Do you believe that he should not have been allowed to buy a firearm?
Yes, I do believe that.
8 people were wounded, including Ryan Blackwell, who was shot in his right arm and pelvis.
Took some rounds, got to save some people in the process, and kind of still trying to piece everything together.
3 sailors were killed. 19-year-old Mohammed Haytham had just graduated boot camp. His family is distraught.
He put his life on the line, trying to not only save himself, but save others.
Joshua Caleb Watson had just moved to Pensacola last month and helped his family decorate for Christmas.
He actually put the angel on our tree.
Just hours after the shooting, the city of Pensacola was hit with a cyber attack, but the sheriff here says he's been told by federal investigators there's no reason to believe the two are connected.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.